Hi guys, welcome to McKola TV. I'm Adam. So Jose Mourinho has had his first game as Manchester United manager. I'm just back in from the DW Stadium. 2-0 victory to Manchester United, in case you missed it, with Will, Keane and Andreas Pereira getting the goals for United in the second half. It was 0-0 at half-time. A scoreline we got very well acquainted with last season, but the first half performance was quite decent, with Mkhitaryan, the new Manchester United player, on his debut stealing the show. He wore the number 10. He obviously won't wear that for the season with Wayne Rooney being here, but that's the position he played in as well, just behind James Wilson. And he did very, very well there. It was good to see him out there. And he looks a lot stronger than I thought he was as well. A lot more physical. He's a bit bulkier than I expected. So that's good to see. And I mentioned in my review for Full-Time Devils that he seems like the kind of player that we want Januzaj to become, or we wanted Januzaj to be over the last few years. A few of his passes were magnificent. He had a sitter which he should have scored, to be fair, and he stuck it miles over, and he created a chance for Memphis as well, which Memphis didn't score. But all in all, a very positive first 45 minutes for Mkhitaryan. Memphis also played well as well, I thought personally. I know he missed a chance, a sitter as well. He should have went with his left foot. He went with his right, skewed it wide. But I thought his all-round play was a lot better, and he looks a little bit more confident. He's not playing with his head down as much. So that was good to see, and I hope he does get better as the pre-season goes on, because as I said, in the final third, he wasn't quite there. Hopefully that's down to rustiness rather than him having a lack of concentration or whatever in the final third. But great to see him down that left flank with Luke Shaw, who also made his comeback from injury as well. And it's great to have Luke Shaw back. For me, the best left fullback in the league, one of the best in Europe, and I think he'll go on to prove that as well. Absolutely phenomenal for United he was last season before his injury, and hopefully there's no signs of that injury playing on his mind and things like that, because obviously he's recovered from it now, but it's all a mental thing. Will he fly into those challenges? And there was one moment where I thought he pulled out of a challenge, and then Gaz next to me said, oh, he didn't seem to want that, and then within 10 seconds he went for one again. So that was good to see, that he's willing to stick his foot in there, where maybe some people that have just come back from that injury probably wouldn't. All in all though, we haven't learned an awful lot. Obviously, Jose Mourinho played a 4-2-3-1, so we haven't gone away from the formation that we played with last season, but we look like we're moving the ball a lot quicker as well, and we're getting through the midfield a lot quicker too. It seemed like Carrick sat there with Herrera buzzing around off him, and he gave away a lot of fouls in the first half. He seemed keen to make his mark and make his and prove a point and put in a performance, so that was good to see. And I think Herrera could be an important player under Jose Mourinho. All in all, a good day. The new signings done well, Eric Bailly and Mkhitaryan. And we got a victory with a clean sheet. Happy days. Obviously, we now go to China, where we take on Borussia Dortmund and Manchester City before we come back before we go to Sweden to take on Galatasaray. So the pre-season has just started now. The players will obviously get more fitter, get better, and we'll maybe see Jose Mourinho tinker around with things. But Andreas Pereira, who got the second goal for Manchester United, he played in like a number 6. He wore the number 6, and he played just in front of the defence at some points, and it's a different position for him to play in, but he played there very, very well, tidy with possession. I'm not saying he's going to have a future there or anything, but he looked good in that midfield area, and I'm glad that he put in a performance today. His goal was fantastic, instinctive hit into the top corner, fantastic goal. And I've been saying this for a long time, the best two youngsters at Man United, Timothy Fosu-Mensah and Andreas Pereira, and I'd love for them both to get a chance under Jose Mourinho. And one started, albeit at fullback, and the other scored a goal, so it's a good start for those guys. But guys, let us know what you thought about the game today, the result. I really enjoyed being back amongst the crowd as well. Great that we had an away game to start with it, because there was a lot of noise from the United fans today, and it was just great to be back amongst it. I didn't even care about the result really, and obviously you want to see a good performance, but in pre-season that isn't the main thing. So all in all, a good day. A bit of banter with Jose Mourinho as well. At one point we were singing Jose, give us a wave, Jose, give us a wave, and he didn't wave for ages. So then the United fans sang, sit down Mourinho, sit down Mourinho, obviously tongue-in-cheek. It was similar to what we sang to him when he was the Real Madrid manager, and then he waved with a cheeky smile. So it was nice to see a little bit of banter, and I think Jose, when he came in, he didn't say it was his dream job. He didn't wave straight away. I think little signs like that mean, like, to me, I think he's here to do the business and do the job before he has all the fun and games, before he laps up the crowd's applaud and the crowd's chants, before he says it's the dream and all this stuff. I think he's here to prove a point that he's not overawed by the job and he's here to do business, and that's good to see. He stood on the pitch, shook every player's hand as they went off, and even though I haven't quite got my head around singing his name, it is slowly coming. But guys, thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe, like, share and comment. I've also got some videos from the crowd as well, some singing and stuff, which should be up as well, so check that out. See you later.